Well, 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 if it ain't the big man Rikishi, ready to shake the earth tonight. Brother, you're about to step into the ring with Jacob Fatu, and the Rock's walking right beside you to make sure that arena's electric. You feeling ready to put that young lion in his place?
Rock, you know I'm always good to go, especially with the great one in my corner. Jacob Fatu's coming in hot, talking like he's the new king of the family, but he's flying solo out there. I'm gonna show him the old school way. Nobody's running through Rikishi tonight.
That's what I like to hear, Kish. Fatu's got no backup, no crew, just him and his ego. But you got the whole damn Anoa'i legacy and the Rock bringing the heat with you. What's the plan, big man? You gonna back that thing up and give him a face full of Samoan pride?
You know it, man. Might just hit him with the stink face to send the fans home happy. But for real, Jacob's fast, he's strong, and he's been running his mouth on X about taking over. I'm slowing him down, grinding him out, then dropping him with the Rikishi driver. He's gonna learn real quick who the OG is.
Damn right. Jacob's got that Anoa'i fire, but you're the veteran, Kish. You've been in wars, taken down monsters, and you know how to mess with a guy's head. Get him frustrated, make him slip up. With the Rock out there keeping the ring clear and the crowd hyped, you just focus on shutting him down. He's got no allies to save him tonight.
That's the deal, Rock. He's out there alone, thinking he's the future of the bloodline. I'm about to remind him the present still belongs to me. With you walking me out, we're gonna have that place erupting before I even lock up with him.
You're damn right we are. We're marching down that ramp, lighting up the crowd, and showing the world why Rikishi's still a freaking legend. No allies for Fatu means no excuses when you lay him out. Let's go make that ring shake and give the people what they came for, brother.
Let's do this, Rock. Time to show Jacob what a real Samoan wrecking machine's all about. We're taking over tonight.
Here we go, folks! A family showdown for the ages! Rikishi, the Samoan legend backed by The Rock in his corner, taking on the high-flying Jacob Fatu in a battle of Anoa'i pride! The bell rings, and Rikishi's got that veteran swagger, staring down Fatu, who's bouncing with energy, ready to prove he's the future! Let's get it on! Rikishi charges in, using his size to back Fatu into the corner, but Jacob slips out, showcasing that athleticism with a quick cartwheel escape! Fatu fires off a stinging superkick, catching Rikishi on the chin. Jacob's not slowing down, darting to the ropes. Springboard moonsault connects, flattening Rikishi. Cover. 1, 2. Rikishi kicks out with authority, tossing Fatu off. The crowd's roaring, and the Rock's at ringside, pounding the mat, urging Rikishi to fire up. Rikishi's back on his feet, shaking off the cobwebs, and grabs Fatu for a massive Samoan drop. Boom! The ring shakes as Jacob hits the mat hard. Rikishi's feeding off the fans, pointing to the corner, signaling for the stink face already. He drags Fatu up, but Jacob's too quick, rolling out to the floor to avoid it. Rikishi's not having it, sliding out after him, but Fatu's ready. Drop kick to Rikishi's knee sends the big man stumbling into the barricade. Fatu's targeting those knees. Smart game plan to slow the veteran down. Back in the ring, Fatu keeps the pressure on, stomping Rikishi's knee and locking in a single leg crab. Rikishi's grimacing, but the crowd's chanting his name, and the Rock shouting encouragement. Rikishi powers to the ropes, forcing Fatu to break the hold. Jacob's relentless though, hitting a low drop kick to that same knee, keeping Rikishi grounded. Fatu climbs the top rope. Another moonsault. Picture perfect. Cover. 1, 2. Rikishi kicks out again, and the fans are going wild. Rikishi's hulking up now, feeding off the energy. He catches Fatu with a massive headbutt, staggering the young lion. Rikishi whips Fatu into the ropes. Big clothesline flips Jacob upside down. The big man's rolling, hauling Fatu to the corner, and there it is. The stink face connects. The arena's losing it as Fatu flails, stumbling out of the corner, dazed. Rikishi's grinning, setting up for another Samoan drop, but Fatu counters with a desperate enziguri, targeting that bad knee again. Fatu's got a second wind, climbing the ropes. Samoan spike from the top. He nails Rikishi right in the chest, and the big man's down. Cover. 1, 2. Rikishi barely kicks out. The Rock's pacing at ringside, rallying the crowd as Fatu smells victory. Jacob drags Rikishi up, but the veteran fights back with a flurry of punches, staggering Fatu. Rikishi tries for another Samoan drop, but his knee buckles from all the damage. Fatu seizes the moment, ducking behind Rikishi and hooking him for a roll-up. Oh, he's got the tights! 1, 2, 3! Fatu steals it! Jacob Fatu defeats Rikishi via pinfall at 12:15 with a roll-up, grabbing the tights. The crowd's booing as Fatu rolls out, smirking and raising his arms in victory. Things are heating up. Fatu's got the upper hand, taunting Rikishi after that brutal roll-up finish. Jacob's strutting, running his mouth, saying he's the new king of the Anoa'i family. Wait a minute! What's this? The lights in the arena just dimmed. The crowd's buzzing. Something big's about to go down. Oh my God! It's Umaga! Umaga's here! The Samoan bulldozer is storming down the ramp in his debut, and he's got bad intentions written all over him. Rikishi's barely on his feet, and Umaga slides into the ring like a freight train. Fatu steps back, smirking, as Umaga charges. Samoan spike right to Rikishi's throat. Rikishi collapses, clutching his neck, and the crowd's in shock. Umaga's not done. He drags Rikishi up, that wild look in his eyes. Running hip attack smashes Rikishi into the corner. The big man's out cold, slumped in the ring. The Rock's seen enough. He's charging in from ringside, trying to save his friend. The Great One's throwing punches, but Umaga's unfazed. Super kick from Umaga catches The Rock flush on the jaw. The People's Champ goes down hard, and this place is losing it. Look at this. Jacob Fatu and Umaga are standing tall in the ring, staring down at the wreckage of Rikishi and The Rock. Fatu's laughing, raising Umaga's hand. What's he saying? He's shouting about the new bloodline. Oh, this is huge! Fatu and Umaga have formed an alliance, and they've just sent a message to the entire locker room. The crowd's booing, but these two don't care. They're soaking it in. The new bloodline has arrived, and they've left Rikishi and The Rock laid out in their wake. What a chaotic end to this match. Well, here it is, folks. Our main event of the evening. The one everybody's been waiting for. The Royal Rumble match. Who is going to walk out the new WWF Champion? Let's find out. Entrant number 1. Albert. Albert stomps to the ring. A 350-pound behemoth, flexing and roaring to hype the crowd. He's ready to dominate this Rumble from the start. Entrant number 2. Jacob Fatu. Here comes Jacob Fatu, the Samoan wrecking machine. Fatu charges down, sliding into the ring, and immediately locking up with Albert. The two giants trade clubbing blows, with Fatu landing a vicious super kick that staggers Albert against the ropes. Entrant number 3, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, the Steiner prodigy, is in at number 3. Breaker sprints to the ring like a missile, spearing Albert with bone-crushing force. He turns to Fatu, slamming him into the corner with a series of shoulder thrusts. The ring's already a war zone, and Breaker's setting the pace. Entrant number 4, Jeff Hardy. The crowd erupts. It's Jeff Hardy, the charismatic enigma. Hardy slides in, ducking a clothesline from Fatu and hitting a whisper in the wind on Breaker. He climbs the turnbuckle, taunting the crowd, but Albert catches him with a press slam, nearly tossing him out. Hardy hangs on, skinning the cat to stay alive. Entrant number 5, Devon. Devon Dudley's here, and he's ready to get rowdy. Devon charges in, teaming up with Hardy to pummel Albert. He lands a diving headbutt on Fatu, then tries to lift Albert over the ropes. Breaker interrupts, spearing Devon to the mat, but Devon rolls away, staying in the fight. Entrant number 6, Steve Blackman. Steve Blackman, the lethal weapon. Blackman enters with precision, unloading a flurry of kicks on Fatu and Albert. He catches Breaker with a judo throw, flipping him across the ring. Blackman's a one-man striking machine, keeping everyone at bay. Hardy and Devon team up again, nearly eliminating Albert, but he powers back. Entrant number 7, Undertaker. The gong hits. Oh my God, it's the Undertaker! The arena goes dark, and the dead man stalks to the ring, eyes locked on the chaos. He steps over the ropes, grabs Albert and plants him with a chokeslam that shakes the ring. Undertaker tosses Albert over the top like a rag doll. Albert eliminated! The crowd's on fire as Undertaker glares at Fatu, who nails him with a super kick, but can't budge the dead man. Entrant number 8, Al Snow. What does everybody want? Head! Al Snow charges in, swinging his mannequin head wildly. He smacks Undertaker across the back with head, earning a death stare from the dead man. Snow taunts the crowd, dodging Blackman's kicks and landing a headshot on Hardy. Entrant number 9, Gunther. The ring general Gunther is here! Gunther storms in, eyes blazing with disdain for Snow's antics. He charges Al Snow, delivering a chest-caving chop that echoes through the arena. Snow staggers but fires back, swinging head into Gunther's midsection. The two brawl furiously, with Gunther landing a brutal German suplex on Snow. Undertaker interrupts, big booting Snow, but Gunther capitalizes, grabbing Snow and hurling him over the top rope. Al Snow eliminated! Gunther turns, chopping Fatu so hard the Samoan stumbles. Entrant number 10, Triple H. It's the game, Triple H! Triple H slides in, going straight for Undertaker with a spine buster that rocks the ring. He catches Blackman with a knee lift, then turns to Hardy, tossing him toward the ropes. Hardy hangs on, but Triple H stays on him. Breaker spears Fatu again, and after a struggle lifts him over the top. Jacob Fatu eliminated. Entrant number 11, Kane. The flames erupt. It's Kane, the big red machine. Kane storms in, but there's no love lost with Undertaker. The brothers collide immediately, trading thunderous punches in the center of the ring. Kane chokeslams Devon, then turns to Breaker, who ducks a big boot. Hardy and Blackman team up trying to eliminate Gunther, but the ring general powers out with a double clothesline. Entrant number 12, Mankind. Mankind's here with Mr. Socko. Mankind slides in, pulling the sock over his hand and locking it onto Blackman's jaw. The crowd roars as Mankind rocks Blackman with a double-arm DDT. He turns to Kane, but Undertaker grabs Mankind, hoisting him up for a chokeslam. Mankind slips free, landing punches, but Undertaker catches him again and tosses him over the top. Mankind eliminated. Entrant number 13, Matt Hardy. Here comes Matt Hardy to save his brother. Matt charges in, and the Hardys reunite, hitting Poetry in Motion on Kane. They target Triple H, landing stereo drop kicks. Matt tries to eliminate Gunther, but the ring general fights back with a chop. Breaker catches Devon with a gorilla press and tosses him out. Devon eliminated. Entrant number 14, Steve Austin. Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! The Rattlesnake storms the ring, stunning Gunther with a stunner, then nailing Kane with another. He grabs Jeff Hardy, unloading punches before clotheslining him over the top. Jeff Hardy eliminated! The crowd's deafening as Austin stomps a mud hole in Matt Hardy, who fights back with a twist of fate. Entrant number 15, CM Punk. It's clobbering time! CM Punk sprints in, going straight for Triple H with a high knee and bulldog combo. The two trade blows near the ropes, reigniting their storied rivalry. Punk catches Blackman with a roundhouse kick, then helps Matt Hardy try to eliminate Kane. Undertaker and Kane continue their personal war, neither giving an inch. Entrant number 16, X-Pac. X-Pac's here and he's bringing the heat. X-Pac slides in, hitting Breaker with a spinning heel kick. He teams up with Austin, landing a Bronco Buster on Gunther in the corner. Kane grabs X-Pac mid-move, hoisting him up and tossing him out with a chokeslam to the floor. X-Pac eliminated. Entrant number 17, Road Dogg. Oh, you didn't know? Road Dogg's in the house. Road Dogg jukes and jives, landing a shaky knee drop on Punk. He brawls with Matt Hardy, but Gunther catches him with a vicious chop and powers him over the ropes. Road Dogg eliminated. Entrant number 18, Val Venus. Val Venus struts in, towel and all, taunting the crowd. He lands a money shot on Blackman, but Undertaker's having none of it. The dead man grabs Venus, plants him with a tombstone, and tosses him out. Val Venus eliminated. Entrant number 19, Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed, the tsunami, is here. Reed charges in, splashing Punk in the corner and colliding with Kane like a battering ram. He tries to lift Breaker, but Austin stuns Reed, staggering the big man. Matt Hardy and Punk team up, finally dumping Blackman over the top after a struggle. Steve Blackman eliminated. Entrant number 20, The Godfather. Here comes The Godfather with his crew. The Godfather grooves to the ring, landing punches on Reed and Triple H. He tries to charm the crowd, but Kane catches him with a chokeslam and tosses him out. The Godfather eliminated. Entrant number 21, Edge. It's Edge, the rated R superstar. Edge slides in, spearing Kane with pinpoint precision. He catches Matt Hardy with an execution, then tries to eliminate Triple H. The two former allies brawl, with Edge dodging a pedigree. Breaker spears Reed, and after a struggle, tosses the big man out. Bronson Reed eliminated. Entrant number 22, Jay White. Switchblade Jay White. White enters, cool and calculated, hitting Punk with a Blade Runner. He taunts Austin, dodging a stunner, and lands a snap suplex on Matt Hardy. Entrant number 23, Will Ospreay. The aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. Ospreay flips into the ring, hitting a springboard dropkick on Edge. He unloads a flurry of kicks on Kane, then nails Triple H with an Os Cutter. The crowd's buzzing as Ospreay climbs the ropes, hitting a diving elbow on Punk. Entrant number 24, William Regal. William Regal, the Blackpool villain. Regal strides in, brass knuckles tucked away, and immediately locks eyes with Ospreay in the ring. The two stand nose to nose, glaring with a mix of respect and rivalry that electrifies the crowd. The stare-down's intense, but Undertaker breaks it up, grabbing Regal and choke-slamming him over the top rope. William Regal eliminated. Ospreay, distracted, gets caught by Gunther with a powerbomb, and the ring general tosses him out. Will Ospreay eliminated. Entrant number 25, Gino Hernandez. Gino Hernandez struts in, oozing charisma. He lands a cheap shot on Punk, then taunts Austin, but Kane grabs him, hits a chokeslam, and tosses him out after a brief flurry. Gino Hernandez eliminated. Entrant number 26, Aleister Black. Aleister Black glides in, striking Edge with a black mass that nearly sends him out. He targets Austin with a series of kicks, but Stone Cold catches him, reverses a moonsault, and clotheslines Black over the top. Aleister Black eliminated. Entrant number 27, The Rock. If you smell The Rock, electrifies the arena, rocking Kane with a rock bottom. He and Austin have a tense stare down, trading insults as the crowd roars. The Rock spinebusters Matt Hardy, then tosses him out. Matt Hardy eliminated. Punk catches The Rock with a GTS and, with a sly grin, dumps him over the ropes. The Rock eliminated. Entrant number 28, Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn's here. Gunn charges in, landing a famouser on Edge. He brawls with Breaker, but Edge recovers, hits a spear, and tosses Gunn out after a heated exchange. Billy Gunn eliminated. Entrant number 29, Ken Shamrock. Shamrock storms in, locking an ankle lock on Punk. He suplexes Edge, showing off his MMA prowess, but Kane catches him with a choke slam and tosses him out. Ken Shamrock eliminated. Entrant number 30, Christian. Christian's the final entrant. He goes right for Edge, reigniting their storied rivalry with a kill switch. Undertaker grabs Christian, hits a last ride, and tosses him out. Christian eliminated. The ring's a powder keg. Edge spears Undertaker, but Kane, still angry from their earlier clash, pulls Edge over the top rope from the outside, eliminating him. Edge eliminated. Undertaker and Kane brawl, but Breaker spears Kane, lifting him over the ropes. Kane eliminated. Austin catches Undertaker with a stunner, and Punk helps shove the dead man out. Undertaker eliminated. Punk then turns on Gunther, hitting a GTS and tossing him out. Gunther eliminated. The final four: Austin, Punk, Breaker, Triple H. What a final four! Stone Cold, CM Punk, Braun Breaker, and Triple H. The crowd's on its feet as these titans collide. Breaker charges Punk, but Punk sidesteps, landing a high knee. Triple H catches Punk with a pedigree, but Punk fights back, hitting a GTS and sending the game over the top rope. Triple H eliminated. The final three: Austin, Punk, Breaker. Punk and Breaker try to double team Austin, but Stone Cold's a house of fire, stunning Breaker with a stunner. Punk goes for a GTS on Austin, but Stone Cold slips out, stuns Punk, and clotheslines him over the top. CM Punk eliminated. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Braun Breaker. Breaker roars, spearing Austin and nearly sending him out. The young powerhouse charges again, but Austin sidesteps, hits a stunner that leaves Breaker dazed, and tosses him over the top rope. Braun Breaker eliminated. Stone Cold Steve Austin wins the Royal Rumble. The Rattlesnake's the new WWF Champion.
Here is your winner, and new WWE Champion, Steve Austin. He's going for the title. Hey, Johnny, we really are looking at a new era, Cole. Soak it in.
And there we have it, folks. That brings our first pay-per-view to an end, and we have crowned a new WWF champion. I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, please like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you next time.